same as what I brought? This cord, though?
The Siloam Springs Panthers hit the road for the first time this season tonight as they get set for a daunting challenge against a longtime rival, the Harrison Goblins. Good evening. We welcome you inside the booth at FS Garrison Stadium in Harrison alongside Tony Molina and Graham Thomas. I'm Dustin Butler. Graham, the Panthers are riding high this week on the heels of their big win over Pryor.
It was a good win for the Panthers. They really had a strong second half and did a lot of good things in the first half too, with a lot of time-consuming drives. I think they would take a similar type start tonight with one of those, 15 play, eat 8 minutes off the clock kind of drive.
Absolutely.
Tonight, because if their offense is on the field, that means the Harrison Goblins aren't. So they're going to want to try and control the clock and put points on the board, and it's likely going to take a lot of points to beat this Harrison team.
That's right. So the Panthers come in tonight 1-1. Again, they beat Pryor 38-13 last week. Graham, the Panther offense totaled 445 yards, with 261 of that on the ground, 184 in the air. It was a balanced attack, really.
Real nice balance there. That's about what they want, I think. They had a nice balance too against Van Buren. Not quite as many yards, but a similar kind of ratio where they were about 60% run, 40% pass, and the real impressive thing last week with the offense though was the way the running game got going in the second half and really just pounded the football. They picked up quite a bit of yards in the third and fourth quarter alone on riding the back of Jackson Norberg and Cam Collins, and
then even Jeff Vizima got in on it toward the end with a big touchdown run to kind of seal it off.
He sure did. And they're gonna kind of need all systems firing tonight against this Harrison team, which, quite frankly, may be one of the best offenses in the state of Arkansas, regardless of the classification. These guys can really go, and we've seen that over these years, having played them every year.
That's right. Well, and so Harrison's 2-0. They're coached by Joe Wells. He's 34-14. They're ranked number 2 overall in Class 5A. It's really all signs so far point to a Harrison-Pulaski Academy showdown later on this year. I mean, they're the top 2 teams in the state in 5A, and so far they've shown that Harrison has coasted through their first 2 games, the first one over Pea Ridge and the second one last week over Mountain Home, and it hadn't even been close, really.
I think, as we were talking about on the way over here, I think most of their starters have probably been pulled shortly after halftime, or if not at halftime, and the Panthers want to try and make them play a full game tonight, and if that's the case, that's good news for the Panthers. It means it's a tight ball game, close ball game, and that would certainly be, all the Panthers want is a chance to be in it at the end, and if they play the way they're capable of, I think they have a great chance of doing that tonight.
And so last year's Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette Player of the Year, Gabe Husky, Graham, last week he carried the ball 6 times for 145 yards and didn't play again after that.
I forgot to look for his receiving yards last week, but he's such a dangerous receiver, and I think that's where a lot of colleges view him at the next level as a player, is it like sort of a slot receiver position. He's just very elusive. He's very quick. He's very strong. You know, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but man, he is a football player.
He really is, and I mean he is hard to take down. Let's see, last year he rushed for over 2,000 yards, if I remember right.
He did, and he caught something around 600 yards worth of,
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. And of course, their quarterback Ben Johnson is no joke either. He's had a good year so far. He's only thrown the ball. What is it like? Let's see, 14 times through the first 2 games.
And Harrison has had another kid that's been throwing the ball for him some. It seems like they've always got a couple of guys who can throw it in Joel Elwell's system. They've always got a couple guys that can, throw the football, and that's to their advantage. You just always keeps you on your toes and keeps you guessing.
That's right. Well, the captains for tonight's game. First, we'll go with Harrison. Number 12, Ben Johnson. 23, Gabe Husky. That's the quarterback and the running back, respectively. 56, Jonathan Schaefer, and 65, Zach Schaefer. For Siloam Springs, the captains were Jackson Norberg, Taylor Poole, Armando Munoz, and Gage Weaver. The Siloam Springs Panthers won the toss, and they will receive, if I'm correct on this, they are 3 for 3 winning the toss so far this year, and have had the ball first in every ball game. So the Panthers will get it first. We are roughly 3 minutes from kickoff, and it's time to take a look at the starting lineup by Generations Bank. We at Generations Bank want to thank you for making Siloam Springs your home. With our experienced staff, Generations Bank is here to help you with your everyday financial needs by offering convenient amenities such as online and mobile banking. Looking to establish a new business or just need financing for your next project? Please come in today and discuss with one of our loan specialists. We thrive by making sound financial recommendations to our customers. We are always glad to help. You will never be just a number to us. We make it a point to know you, your family, pets, and your interests. Stop by and experience it for yourself. Conveniently located in Signature Plaza in Siloam Springs, Generations Bank, celebrating the past, creating the future. Member FDIC. So, offense takes the field first tonight, so we'll start with the offense. Quarterback is number 10, Taylor Poole. The running back tonight will be number 2, Jackson Norberg. The H-back is 32, Brendan Lashley. The wide receivers are Gage Weaver, Tate Kreiner, and Tanner Broyles. The left tackle will be Jared Clark. Left guard is Andrew Gutierrez. The center is Marco Salcido. The right guard is Judd Kelly, and the right tackle is Jace Satulovich. And Harrison Losh will do the kicking duties. Defensively for Siloam Springs tonight, the defensive ends will be Hunter Talley, a sophomore, and Colby Fessler, the senior. The defensive tackle is Mariano Dominguez, and the nose guard is J.P. Wills. Outside linebacker is Camden Collins. Inside linebackers are, Esquin Bocanegra and Hunter Dorsey. The bandit is Elijah Coffey, the junior. Free safety is Keegan Susi. And the corners are Orrin Stafford and Armando Munoz.
Got a little bit of sunshine trying to peek out here, right here at the end. That's nice.
That is nice. Siloam Springs set to receive. Return men are Elijah Coffey and Gage Weaver. They both stand at about the 5-yard line on separate hashes. Their back is to the Cash Center here in Harrison. That is the big indoor practice facility, weight room area, and locker rooms for both teams tonight.
It's a really nice facility.
They're really is.
Blessed to have that here.
And it's a pretty setting, too.
Man, it's just beautiful out here in the Ozarks. And a really beautiful night for football. It turned out to be one. I know they had some rain here earlier.
The opening kick is a high end-over-end kick and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The flag will come in. Panthers will get good starting field position. We'll also take a look tonight in the 6A West as conference play starts in 2 weeks. We will look at the 6A West tonight. El Dorado travels to Cabot. Greenwood's at home to face Southside tonight. Lake Hamilton goes to Malvern. Little Rock Hall will host Little Rock Mills. Russellville goes to Harbor. That'll be a tough one. And then Sheridan and Benton are open tonight. Panthers start on the near hash. That's near the Harrison sideline here as they move from our right to left. In the gun. Play action. Taylor Poole looks down the field, has a man. Complete. Tanner Broyles for a huge gain. A massive gain. Not much after the catch, but Siloam Springs is already knocking on the door, clear down to the 23-yard line of Harrison.
About a 42-yard pass there from Broyles, from Poole to Broyles.
Oh, my, what a throw. Siloam Springs is in business. They hustle to the line of scrimmage. This time Jackson Norberg, he'll keep it up the center. Nothing there, really. They may give him half a yard on forward progress. I'll call it no gain. Second down at 10.
Nice to see Tanner Broyles haul that one in there. Mostly he's been kind of a short yardage possession type receiver guy. And
he had a half step on his man, too.
And he was about a shoelace away from breaking out of that tackle and taking that one to the house.
On the read option, Norberg will take it again. Not a whole lot there. Let's see. They'll give him a yard down to the 22-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and long for Siloam Springs. Their first 3rd and long tonight. A minute gone in this game. Panthers down to the 22-yard line of Harrison. 3 receiver set, 2 to the near side. That's Gage Weaver and Tate Kreiner. Broyles the lone man on the opposite side of the field near his own bench. Play action again. Taylor Poole looks to throw. Miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback. It's incomplete. Boy, he threw that on a rope, too. So it'll be 4th and 9. Panther offense stays on the field for the moment. This would be a 40-yard field goal.
I think they're going to give it a shot. They're going to bring Harrison onto the field here and let him try and kick one.
Depending on where Elijah Coffey sets up to hold, maybe more like a 39-yarder. 19 seconds on the play clock. Losh, the right-footed kicker, will kick it from the right hash. Salcedo to snap it. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it is wide left, no good. Harrison holds. Panthers get the great big play to start the ball game, but come away with no points, and now the Siloam Springs defense comes onto the field.
Didn't really have a good angle as to where that one missed, Dustin, but it was
I think
drive.
I think he pulled it to the left. I think he pulled it wide left.
And when you try them from that far out, you usually have to kick them a little low to get a little more distance on them.
Ben Johnson on the keeper. He'll make it up over the 25 to about the 26-yard line on the read option. Ooh, friendly spot. Clear to the 27-yard line. We'll make it 2nd down and 3. Harrison will go no huddle.
Is it just me or has Ben Johnson been here about 8 years?
And Gabe Husky.
Seems that way.
They have been here a while. This time Husky will take the handoff. Not a whole lot there. He takes it right side. He's bottled up. Forward progress, so give him another yard. Yard and a half. It'll be 3rd down and short. Good play by Hunter Talley on the defensive line to clog up the hole for Siloam Springs. Now Harrison will space out their offensive line. Husky takes his hand off again. He'll have the first down, but he was met at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for 2 to the 31-yard line. But Siloam Springs so far has done a good job bottling him up, Graham.
I think the the Harrison offense has burned the Panthers here the last couple of years, and these guys. Some of these guys were out there as sophomores. Remember that, and
toss sweep to Husky.
And all they've heard this week
Not a whole lot there.
Is how good Harrison's offense is. They've heard it from me. They've heard it from their neighbor, heard it from the coaches, and they are good. They're very good.
Husky on the sweep gets a yard up to the 32-yard line, 2nd and 9. Ball will be on the left hash as Harrison moves from our left to right toward their cash center. On the keeper, a loss on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage at the 31-yard line. Ben Johnson gets dropped right at the point of contact.
I think he may have tripped over his own feet there after trying to fake the handoff because he kind of stumbled.
It looked
and
awkward.
He got popped, yeah.
Either way, he took a hit there. Twin receivers on the near side, nobody on the high side. Ben Johnson rolls to his right, looks for his man, overthrows it out of bounds on the near sideline, and Siloam Springs defense holds on 3rd down and 10, and Harrison looks as if they'll punt it away here from their own 31.
That's a good opening sequence for the Panthers defense there. Even
That's
on
right.
the first down they gave up, it was, through some tough yardage and good stop there. Good start.
Riley Jones will punt it away for Harrison. Elijah Coffey stands back at his own 30. Riley Jones, left-footed punter. The ball bounds at the 37-yard line and takes a Harrison roll to the 31. They flip the field from their 31 to the Siloam 31, and the Panther offense is back out there.
That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that as much as you can tonight. Panther offense is on the field.
That's right. 8:11 to go, opening quarter. Siloam Springs will run single receivers on each side. Lashley, the H-back. Men in the backfield on both sides. Inside handoff up the middle. Good hole for Cam Collins. 1st down and more. Over the 45, up to the 47-yard line. A big gain there. Siloam Springs moves the chains. We haven't seen a whole lot of that setup so far, Graham, where there were 2 men, one on either side of Taylor Poole in the backfield.
A little something new for them. Panthers may have.
Hurry to the line of scrimmage. A little confusion. Taylor Poole keeping himself over the middle. He gets a yard up to the 48. There was some confusion on personnel there.
Yeah, Tate Kreiner kind of ran in there kind of late and wasn't real sure if he was supposed to be with them. But I guess he was because they didn't throw a flag.
2nd and 9. Twins on the near side, single man on the high side. Taylor Poole dropped for a big loss on the play action rather. Who is that? 24. Colin Ballard read that all the way, and that's a big loss back to the 41-yard line. 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 for the Panthers here.
Yeah, I think Taylor Poole turned to square himself up, and he had a goblin right in his face.
Right there. So now they'll run empty backfield, 3 receivers on the high side, twin receivers on the near side. Poole from the pocket, fires out and behind the intended man, Gage Weaver. And it's 4th and 16. Panthers will have to punt it away.
For as much credit as the Harrison offense gets, their defense, led by middle linebacker Brooks Both, is very formidable.
That's right. And Bryant Ulrich.
Yes.
Ulrich. Panthers are going to have to burn a timeout on punt team, and it comes with 6:41 to play here in the opening quarter, no score. So this season, Graham, Generations Bank is going to donate $50 for every turnover that the Panther defense recovers. that's a big thank you to Generations Bank.
They do a great job at Generations Bank. You won't find a better guy out there than Tim McCord or a bigger
right.
supporter of Panther athletics. You see him all over the place at Siloam Springs events, and you see him doing things from running the soundboard in a broadcast or cooking hot dogs and hamburgers out at a tailgate. He's just everywhere.
That's right.
And his staff does a great job as well in being a real vibrant part of the community. So we thank Generations Bank.
So the Panther punt team is back out on the field. 6:41 to go, opening quarter. Taylor Poole to kick it away. Good snap, and it's blocked. It's blocked, and it's going to be a touchdown for Harrison. Oh, man. I'm trying to see who it was. But he came unabated. Taylor Poole never had a chance.
Number 38.
Second week in a row. That is Bryant Ulrich. Taylor Poole had no chance there. No chance whatsoever. Blocked punt for a touchdown. Harrison strikes first.
Well, it's kind of
6-0.
Kind of rearing its ugly head there because that happened to him last week as well.
That's exactly right. Kick is up, and it is good. And it's a 7-0 Harrison lead.
Well, and Dustin, they're trying that rugby style kick, and just too much pressure on the Harrison side there, and they were right on top of him.
That's exactly right.
I've got that for about a 28-yard punt block return.
So the line of scrimmage was the 41. Yeah, that'd be about right. So Gage Weaver and Elijah Coffey back to return the kick. Riley Jones' kick is a high end over end kick, taken at the 2 by Gage Weaver. He's up over the 15, and he'll be dropped right at the 20-yard line. On the far sideline, and the Siloam Springs offense will try to answer the pump block for a touchdown that Harrison just came away with. Harrison's an excellent football team, Grim. This is special teams mistakes you can't hardly afford against a team as good as Harrison.
You just can't, and not like that. I mean, that's just.
Taylor Poole dropped in the backfield on the read option for a loss of 4 back to the 16-yard line. And all of a sudden, the Siloam offense is a little out of whack here.
Yeah, they need to just kind of settle in and try and just weather the storm here, so to speak.
Poole looks to throw, complete on the far side. Not a whole lot there. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Forward progress, they're going to give him the 21-yard line. A 5-yard pickup, I believe. Who was that, Graham? Was that Tanner Broyles?
I think that is Tanner Broyles, yes.
Tanner Broyles on the far sideline. It's kind of hard to see clear across the field here. So 3rd down and 9 for Siloam Springs from their 21-yard line. 3 receiver set. Norberg in the backfield. Poole will fire from the pocket, looking for Gage Weaver, and overthrows him. Gage Weaver couldn't find the football, but he overthrows it out of bounds anyway. And they're going to have to overcome that punt mistake moments ago really quick here, Graham, because they're punting it away.
Yep, gonna have to get this one off for sure.
Taylor Poole to punt it away on 4th and 9. This time they don't bring pressure. His punt is a low one that hits at the Siloam 48 and goes up to midfield at the 50, where it'll be down. Taylor Poole made a concerted effort to get rid of that quickly, and I think the punt was a little short because of that.
Yeah, they changed they didn't go for that rugby style kick that time either. They excuse me, they wanted to go to more of a traditional punt.
So the official spot will be at the Siloam Springs 49, 5:04 to go, opening quarter. Twin receivers on both sides. Now Gabe Husky comes in motion. Ben Johnson.
Actually, that's the other guy. That's the left-hander there.
Okay, well, either way, he's dropped in the backfield, back in his own territory. A loss of 2 on the play, back to their own 49-yard line. Who was that,
That
Graham?
was 15, I think.
Cole Keelan. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Gabe Husky came in motion with the look of misdirection there. Siloam Springs didn't bite on it and dropped Keelan in the backfield. Keelan again. This time he flings it out on the near side, complete. Short pass, good gain on the run. Down to the Siloam Springs 41-yard line. Let's see, who was there for the stop? It looks like Elijah Coffey. It'll make it 3rd down and 2 as the pass was completed to Riley Jones, who also does the kicking duties for Harrison. So 3rd down and 2. Still Cole Keelan. This time he goes to Gabe Husky. Husky has the first down on the near sideline and out of bounds at the 32-yard line of Siloam Springs. Gain of 9 on the play. It moves the chains. Panther defense has their back against the wall a little bit here. Three receivers on the high side, nobody on the near side. Quarterback keeper, that's Keelan again. He takes it to the weak side. That's near us, over the 30, down to about the 29-yard line. Gain of 3.
He did so much dancing around there, it kind of looked like he got more than what he did.
I know. And we'll call it a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. 3:20 to go, opening quarter. Harrison on the march. Quarterback keeper again up the middle. Keelan takes a big hit. Good gain on the play, near first down yardage for the Panthers there. Christian Ledecker laid a blow on Keelan.
I think they're going to probably have to measure this. That's really close.
They're going to mark it right at the 22-yard line. Not real close to a hash, so it's hard to tell. I think it's going to be just a hair short.
So if he's short, it's a pickup of 5. If he gets it, it's a pickup of 6 because it was 3rd and 6. What did they say, Dustin?
It is going to be 3rd and short. They came up, my goodness. I'm going to say 6 inches short. So now they move the ball with the chain back to the hash mark. So it'll be 3rd and very short from just outside the Siloam Springs 22-yard line.
So I guess they're going with rotating possessions for the quarterbacks here because it's the second drive of the game and they brought in Keelan here. They're going to stick with him. I wonder though when they get into conference play if that will continue or if they'll go with the veteran guy who's won 12 games for him last year. Oh, look at this.
They power their way forward to the 20-yard line for the easy first down yardage. Boy, that was old school there, Graham.
You know, they're doing a lot of different things. I mean, they are a fascinating team to watch with for their formations and the kind of eye candy that they show you.
That's right, they went up under center that time, no receivers, heavy set. Now Keelan will keep it again on the misdirection provided by Gabe Husky. Not a whole lot there. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, a 2-yard pickup.
The Panthers did a good job on reading that because it looks like they had Husky covered and the quarterback for the most part.
.205 to go opening quarter. Harrison taking their time, 15 seconds on the play clock. They'll go twin receivers on the far side, tight end on the near side. Now Keelan will roll to his left. That's to his strong side. Pass lobbed into the end zone for a touchdown all alone. I can't even tell who that was.
I think it was
Colton Shaver, number 2. Colton Shaver for the touchdown, and Harrison has taken a 13-0 lead here. And that's a shame, Graham, because really Siloam Springs defensively has looked pretty good here in the first quarter. They've kept Gabe Husky at bay. The PAT is up, and it is good, and it's a 14-0 game with 1:42 to go opening quarter. Siloam Springs is going to need to stop the bleeding here, get some yardage, eat some clock, and honestly give their defense a break.
The Goblins just they don't have many negative plays, and when they do, they account for them on the next play. It's just a really good job on their part of moving the ball right down the field and putting it in the end zone.
So Elijah Coffey, and is that Jeff Fazima? Opposite Coffey there instead of Gage Weaver?
I think that is, it's either Jeff or that's Keegan Susi.
Normally that's Gage Weaver.
The tint on the windows here in the press box makes it difficult to see.
It is tough to see out. I agree. The kick is a high end-over-end kick taken by Coffey at the 7-yard line. Coffey cuts back at the 20 and gets laid out right there at the 20-yard line. Siloam Springs will take over. They'll mark it at the 19-yard line. And the Panther offense will look to make some noise here. Gage Weaver's on the field now as a receiver. He'll be the lone man on the near side, twins on the high side. Ball on the near hash, that's nearest the Harrison bench. Harrison sideline, I should say. Taylor Poole and Norberg. Taylor Poole flips it out. I believe that's Tate Kreiner in the slot. Kreiner catches it, wiggles his way forward to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8. Good positive yardage there.
Good job by Poole, sort of taking what the defense gives him there, going the underneath route there. And
it'll be the 28-yard line, so 2nd and 1.
Kreiner did a good job of squirming out a few extra yards.
This time, Poole will keep it himself. Nothing there. In fact, he may lose a yard. It'll depend on the spot. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and short for Siloam. No gain.
And he ran into a tank there.
He did. Harrison's linebacker play is really, really good with Ulrich and both. 2 more guys that seem like they have been here forever. Quick handoff to Jackson Norberg, and he's got the first down yardage. It looked like it might be a busted play in the backfield, but Jackson Norberg squeaks over the 30 all the way up to the 32-yard line, and Siloam Springs with a much-needed first down. 22 seconds to go on the game clock here in the first quarter. Panthers do not have to run a play to end the quarter, but they will. Taylor Poole rolls to his right, has a man complete, first down yardage up over the 45 to the 47-yard line before he's wrestled down, and that is Tate Kreiner again. And that is a good, positive play on first down, big yard gain up near midfield. The clock starts after they set the chains. Panthers are content to let it run out and end the quarter. Well, I say that. Why did they stop the clock, Graham?
Down a hurt player, I think.
That's right, a hurt Goblin, shaking up Goblin on the play, on the field. So it'll be an official timeout with 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Folks, if you've been alive for more than 2.3 seconds, you know that life isn't fair. The AGI Group is a professional private investigation company that provides investigations that will hopefully provide you with the information you need to make a decision. With over 40 years' experience, they are Arkansas's premier investigation company and have worked with Fortune 500 companies and individuals alike. When you need to know, call AGI at 479-636-3237 or visit them on the web at agigrp.com. The AGI Group, another proud sponsor of Panther football. The shaken up Goblin comes off the field. So the Siloam Springs offense and the Harrison defense jogs back on. And now they'll turn around and walk back off as the first quarter comes to a close. It is a 14-0 Harrison lead. You are watching and listening to Siloam Springs football on YouTube. Four-yard pickup, third down and 6. Panthers have struggled here in the early going to convert third downs.
Now would be a good time to get one. You know, it's very manageable. 3rd and 6.
Pistol formation. This time Norberg in motion out of the backfield. Poole from the pocket. Finds Tanner Broyles again in and out of his hands and incomplete. And it's a 4th and 6 situation here for Siloam.
They're trying to, by motioning the back out of the backfield like that, they're trying to show him a little eye candy to distract him a little bit.
Taylor Poole, he's been accurate here. He's had a couple of unfortunate drops. 4th down and 6. Now they're going to go back into punt formation. Taylor Poole looking to punt it away, I'm sorry. His punt is a low end-over-end punt. Bounds at the 12 and still rolling inside the 5. Excellent job by Taylor Poole. It'll be down at the 3-yard line. And the Panthers get a break there on the field position swap as Harrison is going to be backed up inside their own 5-yard line. I thought they were going to go for it there, Graham.
Well, I think that was the whole idea, is that, they were trying to show at the very last minute what they wanted to do. Good kind of cat and mouse job there by Coach Craig and his staff.
They're going to spread the field here, twin receivers both ways. Ben Johnson back on the field. Fumble on the play. Ball is on the ground. Panthers think they've come up with it in the end zone. No signal. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. Oh, my. A break they had to have, and it looks like J.P. Wills, the sophomore defensive lineman, is the one that came out of there with it, and he gets his first varsity touchdown as a Siloam Springs Panther, the defensive lineman that's a sophomore, and he has put Siloam Springs back in this football game. It is a 14-6 game, and Harrison Losh will try to make it 14-7. Elijah Coffey to hold. The kick is up, and it is good, and it is a 14-7 Harrison lead on a big-time defensive play for the Siloam Springs Panthers. And let me remind you, folks, that we want to thank Generations Bank for donating $50 for every Panther turnover throughout the season. But guess what? That $50 comes with the added bonus of 6 points. Siloam Springs defense has answered, and it is 14-7. Harrison's still on top, but the Panthers with a much-needed break right there.
Trying to verify with the coaches next door, Dustin, that was J.P. Wills. I couldn't see who had the football.
I'm pretty sure it was J.P. Wills that tossed it back to the official. Harrison Losh will kick it away. 11:03 to go, opening half. Losh's kick is a high, short one, taken at the 25-yard line, near sideline. Up over the 35 to the 37-yard line is number 3, Michael Scott. Michael Scott fumbled it at the end of the play there, but he was already down. Siloam Springs was pouncing on it anyway, but it's still Harrison football at the 37-yard line.
That's just kind of the shot in the arm that the Panthers needed there.
Absolutely.
Maybe that'll get them going here.
Absolutely. Panther defense back out on the field. Harrison in the pistol formation. 3 receivers on the short side here. And that is that Ben Johnson or is that?
That is Ben Johnson.
That is Ben Johnson. Up over the 40, good gain on the play to the 44-yard line. So that's a gain of about 7. And 2nd down and 3.
And these Goblins will just keep coming at you. Keep coming at you with different looks, different quarterbacks.
Now they're up under center. It's going to be a toss sweep to Husky. Husky gets near first down yardage. He's out of bounds on the near sideline opposite the chain gang. It's going to be right at the marker. It'll depend on the spot, I think. Looks to me like the officials don't want to have to walk the chains all the way over there. They're just going to give them the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Harrison at the 47-yard line. 10:15 to go, opening half, 14-7 Goblins. This time on the read option keep for Ben Johnson, another good gain across midfield down near the 45-yard line of Siloam Springs. And Graham, Panthers have to give so much respect to Gabe Husky. And Ben Johnson's doing a good job of just keeping the ball in Husky's chest until that last moment and then taking it himself.
Well, it's kind of one of those deals where if the thunder doesn't get you, the lightning will. And, you know, you got to choose one or the other on that read option. I don't know that you can play both on every snap. And
2nd and 2 from the pocket. Open receiver caught deep in Siloam Springs territory and out of bounds, or finally brought down, rather, right at the 20-yard line is Colton Shaver. And Colton Shaver has found holes in that Siloam Springs secondary.
You know, and it looked like he initially went out of bounds there, but he didn't. And he just
Apparently he didn't. He stayed in. And he's clear down to the Siloam Springs 20. Ben Johnson commands his offense. 3 receivers on the near side, lone man on the far side of the field. Husky on the swing pass. He'll be out of bounds on the near sideline. I don't know if he got anything out of that or not. I think they're going to mark it right at the 20, right at the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10.
There wasn't a whole lot of room for him to work with on that swing pass, and the Panthers did a good job of closing up that side and not giving him a whole lot of room to go.
So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. This time Harrison will slow it down just a little bit. They're going to spread their offensive linemen apart as they go empty backfield. Johnson will work from the pocket. He's rushed and dropped. Dropped in the backfield. I believe Colby Fessler and Mariano Dominguez were both there. He is sacked back at the 23-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 13. It'd be a big deal here for Siloam Springs to get a stop. 3rd and 13, Siloam Springs defensively at their 23-yard line. Harrison knocking on the door.
Fessler with the stop there, and Coach Craig said this week in practice that Fessler, you might not see it so much in on the stat sheet, but he's really having a good year so far.
He is a good defensive end. Ben Johnson rolls to his right. Now he throws it back across his body. Gabe Husky on the near sideline. He's going to be out of bounds short of the 1st down yardage by a good portion. He'll be out of bounds at the 17-yard line, and that was a one-on-one play. Husky had one man to beat in Siloam Springs in the open field. I don't know if that was Elijah Coffey or who it was for the Panthers, but they did an excellent job of getting Husky out of bounds because I'm telling you, he was the only defender there.
He, you know, if he gets by him, it's 6.
And now it's a 4th down and 7 from the 17-yard line. Harrison looks as if they're going to kick the ball here. Field goal attempt. Max Payne, number 32, right-footed kicker from the left hash. Somebody moved on the line. Harrison thinks it's against Siloam Springs. Let's hope it's not.
It isn't. They may look to.
It is against Siloam Springs. Somebody jumped on that defensive line, and now you've got a 4th and 2 scenario here.
They may send the offense back out on the
They're
field.
going to. Man. Siloam Springs defensive line jumps, and here comes Ben Johnson and Gabe Husky, and the offense is back on the field. 4th and 2. Ball at the 12. They need to get almost to the 10 for 1st down yards. Ben Johnson goes up under center. He'll toss it to Husky. Husky's got a 1st down and more inside the 5. Fighting near the goal line. He's going to be out of bounds at the 1. Out of bounds at the 1 is Gabe Husky. And it's 1st and goal for the Goblins from the 1-yard line. And that penalty hurt for Siloam Springs.
You can't make mistakes like that against this team. They're just way too good offensively to be giving them extra chances to score touchdowns.
Gabe Husky again. He's going to be dropped near the goal line, and he doesn't get in. He does not get in. Mariano Dominguez.
It might get him for some sort of illegal motion here. That's an odd place to drop a flag.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even see the flag. They're going to call it an illegal shift. An illegal shift backs them up 5, so that'll put them at the 6-yard line. Gabe Husky didn't get in anyway. Panthers did a good job there.
Yeah, you definitely push them back here 5 yards. You know, it's still 1st and goal from the 6.
From the 6. You'd rather that than 2nd and goal from the 1. So they'll run 3 receivers on the short side near us. Ben Johnson keeps it, takes it to the weak side, trying to get to the end zone. He got outside but didn't get in, inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Another great open field tackle way over opposite us, and I wish I could tell you who it was, but I can't. But it was a great play for a Siloam Springs defender. 2nd down and goal from the 4.
You know, I felt like if he kept going toward the corner, he might have a chance. But
he tried to break it down a little bit there, didn't he?
But, you know, he saw a better angle than I did.
Ben Johnson under center. Siloam Springs, Elijah Coffey. They toss it out to Gabe Husky, and Husky loses yards back to the 8-yard line. Elijah Coffey crashed on that, tripped his legs up. Another great defensive play for Elijah Coffey.
Great job there by Coffey.
And now it's 3rd and goal from the 8. Now I think you got to watch out here for Colton Shaver. He's found holes in the secondary tonight. This may be a time where they decide to pass the football. They're going to line up under center in the power eye.
I'm saying watch out for this big tight end here on the left side.
Play action. They look for a touchdown.
30.
Touchdown.
That's going to be Ulrich, I think.
Bryant Ulrich, number 38. Hold on, there's a flag. I'm sorry, Graham. There again, this window is confusing. There is a flag at the line of scrimmage on the far sideline. And I don't know. They haven't moved it.
It's either a touchdown or it's a penalty on Harrison. I can't. Harrison's offense is hanging out there like it's on them.
They back it up. They are backing it up to the 13-yard line, so it was against Harrison. And I did not see that flag until you could tell that the officials started talking. You could see it clear over on the Siloam Springs sideline opposite us, right at the line of scrimmage. And that could be a big break for Siloam Springs. Now Harrison is going to call timeout. Coach Joel Wells is furious. He is letting the sideline judge on this side have it. No joke. Graham, watch this. Look at this. Joel Wells called this timeout, I think, just to get in the ears of the officials.
Well, yeah, this is kind of uncharacteristic for Harrison. They're being a little sloppy with penalties and turnovers. That's not who they are.
He is furious. I mean, he is letting the head official have it here on the sideline. So he had the line judge call the umpire over, and they are still talking about it. Both teams are on the field again. Well, and Joe Wells still has the head umpire on the sideline at the 22-yard line.
Joel's a good coach, and he knows what he's doing there. I imagine a lot of this may be, him showing his players, I'm sticking up for you guys. And this is their first home game of the year, too. So
it is.
Everybody's a little extra emotional, I think.
In front of a packed house here at FS Garrison Stadium, by the way. So it is going to be 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line.
Siloam's going to take a timeout.
Now the Panthers take a timeout. Boy, this has been a wild possession here once it got inside the 20, hadn't it?
Yeah, and as I said, this is kind of uncharacteristic for Harrison. The turnover in the end zone there. That they usually protect the football pretty well, and the penalties here in the red zone. That's sometimes those kinds of plays are the differences between winning a game and losing a game. Now they're up 14-7 right now, looking for more, and Joel Wells know that Siloam is a better football team this year than they were the last 2 years, and you can't make mistakes against good teams.
So now both teams have burned a timeout. It is still 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line for Harrison. They are going to run twins on the far side, twins on the near side. Husky in the backfield with Johnson. Johnson from the pocket. Now he's flushed out. He looks in the back of the end zone, has a man. It is complete, and who else? Colton Shaver.
Is that number? I think that's number 7 there.
Is it number 7? I'm sorry. Riley Jones. Riley Jones. And Harrison, after all of that, comes away with 6, and it's a 20-7 Goblin lead. As 32, Max Payne will attempt the extra point. Right-footed kicker. Kick is down. The ball is down. Kick is up, and it is good. And it's 21-7 with 6:23 to go in the opening half. And, Graham, you feel like the Panthers were really close to coming away with a stop there.
Had multiple chances to get one.
They absolutely did.
Just couldn't figure out a way to get one.
So we'll start by taking a look at the athletic events for this coming week. On Monday, the 16th, tennis is at home versus Greenwood. That's at JBU beginning at 3:30. JV football is at Rogers at 5:30. 9th grade football is at Rogers at 7:30. Tuesday, the 17th, tennis is at Russellville at 3:30. 9th grade volleyball is at home versus Bentonville West at 4:30. Volleyball is at home versus Greenwood. That is everybody. JV and varsity is at home on Tuesday against Greenwood beginning at 4:30. 7th grade volleyball is at Oakdale at 5:30. The kick is a low bouncer taken by Gage Weaver at about the 18. He's still on his feet, fights free from a tackle. Now he's wrestled out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He was spun around and spun backwards a couple yards, but stayed on his feet and got back just over the 25-yard line.
That's kind of what you like to see from Gage there. He kind of hit that initial pile and didn't go down, kept his feet going, spun around a couple times, and kept trying to move forward. That's a good fight on his part.
Also, Tuesday the 17th, 8th grade volleyball is at Oakdale. That's at 6:30. On Wednesday, September 18th, golf is at home versus Bentonville West. That's at 3 o'clock. Panthers in a tighter formation. They'll hand it to Jackson Norberg. He gets a good push from his offensive line up over the 30 before he's forced back. Be a good gain on first down for Siloam Springs, 5 yards. 2nd down and 5.
You just saw this huge pile of Panthers just moving there.
That's right.
Pushing Jackson along.
Twin receivers on the far side, nobody on the near side. Taylor Poole rolls to his left, sets up his feet to his right, looks for Tanner Broyles. Tanner Broyles took a big hit right as the ball arrived. The pass was incomplete.
Now, Dustin, I tell you what, it's Friday the 13th here in Goblin Country, and check out that moon coming up over the horizon over there. That's
a full moon.
That's something. Roughing the passer on Harrison.
Really? Graham, I cannot see the flags. I just cannot see them. There is something about this glass.
It's very tinted, and it is difficult to see. I agree wholeheartedly.
So it is an automatic first down. I apologize, folks. I am not seeing these flags. It moves the ball to the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Panthers. 5:40 to go in the half. Taylor Poole will keep it. He turns a 2-yard loss into a no gain, or maybe a pickup of about half a yard. He did a good job of falling forward. Thursday, September 19th, golf is at Bentonville. That's at the Bella Vista Country Club at 3:30. Volleyball, JV and varsity, goes to Valonia on Thursday the 19th. That's at 4:30. 7th grade football is at Elmwood at 5 o'clock. Panthers on 2nd and long. From the pocket, he'll air it out looking for Gage Weaver, and he just throws it outside the reach of Gage Weaver. And I think that all boils down to he was getting pressure to his face, and he had to release it about a half second quicker than he wanted to.
Had to let it go. Gage looked like he might have had a step on his defender.
I think he did. I think he had the step, and he ran hard to try to get under that football, but Taylor Poole had to release just a little earlier than he wanted to due to the pressure.
Those passing plays are all about timing, and the disruption on the pass started with the Goblins' defensive line.
Taylor Poole on the keeper with a good gain on 3rd and long into Goblin territory. He'll be shy of the marker, but just barely. He'll be right outside the 45-yard line, and the nose of the football needs the 45 of Harrison for the first down. It is going to be 4th and look at that, inches.
I don't think there's any doubt the Panthers are going to go for this. I mean, it's 5 minutes left in the half, and you want to stay in the football game. You need to get this first down.
You're in Goblin territory. Hold on. A flag. Folks, I apologize. A flag, and it's going to go against Siloam Springs. It moves them back to their own 39-yard line. I never saw the flag.
No, I didn't either.
I do not see where these flags are on the field. And it's now 3rd and 16 rather than 4th and inches. Siloam Springs, Lashley goes in motion. Panthers were trying to set up the screen. The ball was batted right as Taylor Poole threw it. It's incomplete pass, and it's 4th and 16 now at their own 39-yard line. Panthers are going to have to punt it away. Taylor Poole backs up.
That's the difference between, what the penalty can do there. You go from having a manageable situation to...
They go for it. Tate Kreiner catches the football complete for a first down. How about that?
Are there any flags on the field?
I don't know.
I don't see any.
I don't see any, but that doesn't mean anything. Graham, he was back in punt formation, ran up to the normal depth for a shotgun snap, took the snap and threw it to Tate Kreiner, screaming right down the middle of the field. He got hit as he caught it, but held on, first down. Taylor Poole rolls out, pass this time on the far sideline, falls incomplete. I'm not sure who it was intended for. I believe there may be a flag on the field again this time. It's on the far sideline near the Panther sideline.
No flag.
Oh, yeah. No flag this time. They were waving it for us, though, that time. You could see it in the hand of the umpire. 2nd and 10 from the Harrison 43. Big 4th down conversion moments ago. Panthers convert 4th down and 16. Single receivers on either side, tight end and an H-back for Siloam. Norberg takes it, left side, turns nothing into a good gain. Inside the 40, down to, let's see, where are they going to spot this? The 38-yard line, so that's a 5-yard pickup and makes it a 3rd and manageable. So also on Thursday, 8th grade football on the 19th is at Elmwood as well. That's at 6:30. And 9th grade volleyball is at Fayetteville Purple at 5 o'clock. Next Friday night, there is no varsity football game. It is an open date. The Panthers played on week 0, so they have an open date next Friday. Taylor Poole, this time Cam Collins. He's got the first down. First down and more inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Good run and a first down for Siloam Springs. Again, I don't see any flags on the field. That's not a guarantee, though. And then next Saturday, the 21st, cross country is at the Be At Your Best meet in North Little Rock. And then also, there's a big cross country meet in Siloam Springs in the morning, Graham.
Man, there is, and as last I've heard, there are more than 1,800 runners registered for this event. So, yes, a huge event.
Cam Collins takes the handoff again and fights and fights and fights inside the 20-yard line for another first down at the 16. 3:37 to go. First half. Panther offense is on the move at the 16-yard line of Harrison. Tanner Broyles, the lone man on the near side. This time Taylor Poole will keep it. Not a whole lot there. He'll get to the 15, but that's it. A yard pickup. Panthers need to come away with points here. They're in good position at the 15-yard line of Harrison, 2nd and 9. Single receivers on either side, tight end and an H-back. This time Jackson Norberg falls forward against all odds inside the 14 to about the 13-yard line. We'll call it a 3rd down and 7, and Graham Norberg was met in the backfield and somehow fought free to pick up a couple yards. That was nearly a 2-yard loss. It was an unfavorable spot for him there. Just a 1-yard pickup to the 14, not the 13.
But you're right. I mean, it could have been a lot worse than what it was. He was able to make something out of it.
3rd down and 8. Panthers needing to get something here. Nobody on the far side, Twins on the near side. Taylor Poole runs to the weak side, near his own sideline there. He doesn't get much. It's going to be fourth and a few at least. It'll depend on the spot on the far sideline. They just give him a yard.
The sideline guy here, it looks like about 1 yard, yep.
A yard to the 13. I thought he had more than that. But now you've got a 4th and 7 situation here. Graham from the 13. You'd be looking at a 30-yard field goal from the left hash for the right-footed kicker. So far, Taylor Poole stays on the field. 22 seconds on the play clock.
They may let it run down here as much as they can before calling a timeout.
Harrison Losh missed a field goal on the other end in the first quarter.
That's exactly what they're going to do here.
They're going to burn their final timeout of the half. It comes with 1:10 to go. We'll keep it here. Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is ready to tackle your sports medicine needs. With the skill and experience of Dr. Matthew Coker, Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is your convenient choice for advanced orthopedic services, and you don't have to go far from home. If you ever get sidelined by a broken bone, sports injury, painful joint, or severe sprain, Dr. Coker and our entire team are ready to help you get back in the game. For more information, call 479-215-3124 or visit ssrh.net.
Folks, if you guys have not been out to Harrison for a football game, it's really something to see out here. This community loves their Goblin football. They've got, and it was just such a festive pregame out here outside the stadium. People tailgating, all kinds of stuff going on.
Panthers on 4th and 7. Taylor Poole will lob it toward the end zone. Flag comes in. You see the flag this time. It was overthrown by a long shot. But the flag came in while the ball was still in the air. Panthers would like to think it's going against Harrison here. Gage Weaver was the intended man. That is going to be against Harrison. So it'll be half the distance of the goal, which still leaves it at 4th down.
Unless it's an automatic, I'm not sure.
Well, hey, no, half the distance of the goal moves it to the 6. Oh, it is right on the line of gain there. Do you see this? They're not going to measure that, but it seems like they should. It's going to be 4th and very short. Panther offense stays on the field. Fumble snap. Taylor Poole runs out of bounds at his 16-yard line, and the Panthers come up empty. Man, oh man. The Panthers have just struggled here in this first half. We have had our opportunities, Graham, and just not been able to come away with anything.
Very unfortunate for sure.
It really is unfortunate. First bad snap of the season that I can think of. And Harrison will take over at their own 16-yard line. A 21-7 Goblin lead. Gabe Husky right up the middle, still on his feet. He got first down yards and tripped up in the secondary right at the 30-yard line. Good gain on the play.
That's
and Graham
Panthers
are going to have to figure it out right here because there's still a minute left on the clock. Harrison up under center. Husky again right up the middle. Another good hole for him. He'll be near first down yardage here, right at the 40-yard line. It'll depend on the spot whether they give him the first down. They're going to say he's a bit short, but see that clock stopped momentarily anyway. That's friendly.
It's always been pretty friendly here in Harrison.
Now Ben Johnson
That's
rolls out.
Keelan.
Completes it in Siloam Springs territory to number, I believe that's
number 8, I think.
8. We don't even have an 8 on our roster. But it's in Siloam Springs territory. Clock stops again. Still 33 seconds to go. Harrison on the march. Power I formation. Husky again. Husky fighting for yards. This time nothing there. He'll get a yard to the 45, and that's it. Harrison will burn a timeout. 21 seconds to go. That's their second timeout used. They've got one left. And the absolute last thing that Siloam Springs can have right here, Graham, is to allow Harrison in the end zone again.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they don't want to have happen. And Harrison kind of, has gashed them for a few big plays here. So 21 seconds, they can score in a hurry.
No doubt about it.
Definitely want to keep this at 21-7, though, as you go into half.
Keelan, still the quarterback. He'll, from the pocket, left-handed thrower, has a receiver. Complete, but still in bounds. Clock continues to run. Now they're going to call their final timeout with 13 seconds to go. They're short of first down yards at about the 37-yard line. They'll be about a yard shy, I believe.
Did you see you caught that ball there, Dustin?
No, I did not. I did not, Graham. Oh, they give him the first down. They give him the first down, and now they're going to run the clock. What in the world? Now Harrison will burn the timeout. And now Joel Wells is upset again. Well, that was a confusing deal. Now the question is going to be, do they add time back to the clock? Now Harrison, What in the world is going on? Ball is at the Siloam Springs 36. Harrison's offense is on the field, but the Siloam Springs defense is still huddled with the coaching staff on their side of the field. Officials are talking. They are not going to add time back. It's going to be 8 seconds left in the quarter and in the half. 1st and 10 for Harrison at the Siloam Springs 36-yard line. Keelan, the quarterback, works from the pocket, avoids the rush, completes the pass and out of bounds at the Siloam Springs 29-yard line, and this clock will not hit 0. 3.4 seconds left. Clock stops because the receiver got out of bounds. It's 2nd down and 3. That means nothing. What matters is it's 29 yards to the end zone and a play to do it.
Yeah, they can get it to the end zone from there.
We'll see what the Panther defense does here. Keelan, not Ben Johnson, will remain on to be the quarterback. Gabe Husky, the star running back, will line up in the slot as one of 3 receivers on the high side.
And don't forget about him as a receiver. As we said before, he can go get it. They're going to call another timeout here, I think.
Now, the official just called offsides on Siloam Springs. The head umpire just called offsides on the Panthers. What in the world? Rather than a delay a game, it goes 5 yards against Siloam Springs down to the 24-yard line. Still 3 seconds left. Still Keelan from the pocket. He'll throw it toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and thankfully the clock has hit 0. And the first half of action here at FS Garrison Stadium in Harrison has come to a close. It is Harrison Goblins leading the Siloam Springs Panthers 21-7. We will take an extended halftime break. We will come back at about the 5-minute mark for the Herald Leader halftime show with none other than the managing editor of the Herald Leader, Graham Thomas. You are listening and watching to Siloam Springs football on YouTube. We welcome you back inside the booth here at FS Garrison Stadium in Harrison as the Siloam Springs Panthers and the Harrison Goblins are at halftime. Harrison leads Siloam Springs by a score of 21-7. And it is time for the Herald Leader halftime show with the managing editor of the Herald Leader and our partner in the booth anyway, Mr. Graham Thomas. Graham, let's start by some first half stats. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan, Dustin. So the Harrison Goblins, if I can read my own handwriting here, looks like they've rolled up about 195 yards of offense in the first half, and pretty even on the yardage here. They've got they've got Gabe Husky, who's got 10 carries for 50 yards, which is pretty reasonable considering some of the numbers he's already put up this season. The two quarterbacks have done really well for Harrison. Ben Johnson is 4 of 5 for 31 yards, and Keelan is 5 of 6 for 69. And they're throwing to a bunch of different guys: Shaver, Riley Jones, Gabe Husky. I mean, just kind of slinging it around all over the place. So they've done a good job of spreading the ball out. For the Panthers, they've got about if I do my math right, 133 yards of offense, 19 carries for 44 yards. Some of that, they've had some losses on some bad snaps and in the running department. Cam Collins, 33 carries for 38 yards, has looked good when he's towed the ball. Jackson Norberg has come on his last couple of carries. He's got 16 yards on 6 carries. Taylor Poole really been neutralized so in the running game. 10 carries for minus 10 yards. He's completed 5 of 14 passes for 89 yards. Tanner Broyles, 2 catches for 47 yards, and Tate Kreiner, 3 for 42 yards. So, they have moved the ball at times and kept the clock going, but there's not a lot to show for it so far.
No, and we talked about it some, before we came back on here, Graham, that Panthers have had their opportunities. They have had real chances, and so far they've just come up empty on them. And I know it's got to be frustrating for them, but they've been in this game, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, it's a 21-7 game, but another block punt for a touchdown is a shot in the gut. And then the Siloam Springs defense did a great job of forcing a fumble in Harrison's own end zone and getting a touchdown out of the deal to get Siloam Springs on the board. But Panthers just have not converted their big opportunities here.
They had the big long pass to open the game and weren't able to score on that end. The block punt was huge for Harrison and got them going. And at the same token, the Panthers recovered a fumble in the end zone. We think it was J.P. Wills who got it, and so they kind of got that one back. You just got to be able to cash in your chances when you get them against teams like this.
And so, of course, the Panthers won the toss and took the football first. So that means Harrison will get it here to start the second half. And for Siloam Springs, defensively, you gotta get a 3-and-out. You gotta keep Harrison off the board anyway, and then try to chip away at this a little bit.
It's the only way you can do it. You can't get a 14. Can't erase a 14 point deficit in one play. You got to kind of chip away at it, get back in it. And I'm sure that's what the message was from Coach Craig to the Panthers at halftime.
That's right. So now you mentioned it a little bit in the first half, but tomorrow's a big day in Siloam Springs with the cross-country meet.
So the Panther Cross Country Classic is tomorrow on the grounds of Simmons Foods off of Lincoln Street, over across the street from Lazy Boy Ballpark. And, it's always a big event, usually anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 runners. Well, as Coach Jones checked in, Coach Sharon Jones, cross-country coach, checked in earlier this week, they had more than 1,800 registered runners, so much that they're going to have, there's moving the varsity races up to 8:30 and 9 o'clock. And then they're going to have 3 levels of junior high races, from what I've been told. The small schools and the large schools are going to run first, and then the extra large schools are going to run after that. So
Okay.
It's going to be a heck of a time out there. It's going to be hot. Be sure and hydrate up and come out and see the team play, the team run. It's really something to see.
Man, 1,800 runners.
That's
That's a lot of additional people in Siloam tomorrow morning. That's a bunch of people.
And that's just the runners.
Right.
That doesn't even speak of all the people that come to watch them. And, if you're going to come out early, because you can't just show up and park and expect to get there on time. You got to really make an effort to, get out there early, and probably a little bit of a distance to walk to get where you need to go.
Man, I would think so with that many people. Folks, make Generations Bank your bank. Our experienced staff is dedicated to giving you a level of personal service you have to experience to believe. We have a great offering of personal and business accounts. We offer online banking, bill pay, and automated sweeps at no charge. Our debit card can be used to withdraw cash anytime, anywhere in the U.S. with no ATM fees. Need a loan? We make loans. Come in and visit with us today about your financial needs. Conveniently located in Siloam Springs at Signature Plaza, member FDIC. So Harrison Losh on to kick it away for the Panthers. Start the second half here. I believe that is Gabe Husky back to receive. It is Gabe Husky. I would imagine Siloam Springs will kick it away from Husky. Harrison will set the ball up at the left hash. That's near his own bench. Harrison's kick is a high end-over-end kick, taken at the 22-yard line, not by Gabe Husky. Brought back on the near sideline over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That was 21 Gabe Paul. And Harrison will start the second half at the 34-yard line. And the Siloam Springs defense tasked with getting a stop and getting the offense back on the field. Panthers tonight are wearing the road whites. White tops, gray bottoms. Gabe Husky takes the direct snap to him. He gets up over the 35 to the 37-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. Panthers did a good job of sniffing that out. 2nd and 7. Panthers with the maroon letters, maroon stripe down the pants. Silver helmets. Husky again. Oh, and he bounces out. Gabe Husky breaks free on the far sideline, the 30, the 20. Nobody's going to catch him. 10. Touchdown, Harrison. Oh, man, Graham, it looked like he was bottled up for about a 2-yard gain, and then he bounced out of nowhere, and next thing you know, it's a 20-7.
And the clock has just kept running this whole time here.
Harrison lead. You're exactly right. Now they stop it. Max Payne will kick the point after. That is no good. I think it may have been blocked. It may have been tipped by the Siloam Springs defensive team there, and the point after is no good, and it's a 27-7 Harrison lead. 20-point lead, and there is a reason that Gabe Husky was the Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette Player of the Year last season. He rushed for over 2,000 yards. Panthers had done a very good job of keeping him bottled up, but not that time. It'll be a 63-yard.
Yeah, they went and added a little bit of time back on the clock there.
That's right. They added 9 seconds back to 11:05, which is going to be close.
And, you know, he did look bottled up there, and you just got to be sure and get him on the ground.
Max Payne set to kick it away. Elijah Coffey and Gage Weaver back to receive the kick for the Panthers. A low end over end kick taken by Gage Weaver on the near side. Weaver is bottled up short of the 20-yard line at about the 18.
I think that may have been
was
Coffey.
Coffey. That was Elijah Coffey. I'm sorry. At about the 18-yard line, maybe even the 17. The Panther offense needs a methodical, productive drive. Three receivers. Norberg takes a handoff, and he's stuffed. Jackson, Norberg, nothing there. They'll give him the line of scrimmage on forward progress, so the 18-yard line.
I may even say there and give him the line of scrimmage. You're right.
Maybe a half-yard loss. It's hard to tell from our vantage point here.
It's really not the vantage point so much as it is the tint on the windows. It makes it very difficult to see.
Same formation, three receiver set, second down and 10. Taylor Poole completes it out to Tanner Broyles on the near side here. A gain of about 6 on the play, up to the 24-yard line. It's going to be a third down and manageable, about 4 yards. For Siloam Springs, Panthers are going to huddle, take their time, run a little clock, try to regroup themselves. They really need a first down here. Single receivers, tight end, and an H-back. Cam Collins this time takes it, dropped in the backfield, a loss of 1. A loss of 1 back to the 23-yard line, and it's 4th and 5. 4th down and 5, and Siloam Springs is going to have to punt this football away. Offense stays on the field, though. Offense stays on the field. It looks like now Taylor Poole drops back in punt formation.
Don't think Harrison was fooled on that one.
No. Taylor Poole, this punt is high. Good punt. Takes a Harrison bounce, though. It hits at the Harrison 47 and bounces back into Siloam Springs territory at the 49-yard line where it's downed. And Harrison with a short field to work with, 9:01 to go, third quarter. Their offense is back on the field.
And if you're Siloam Springs, that was kind of the thing you didn't want to have happen there. You wanted to, grind out a drive there and not have a 3 and out.
That's exactly right. Power I for Harrison. Ben Johnson hands it to Gabe Husky. This time he brings it left side, big hole into Panther, already in Panther territory, but clear down to about the 36-yard line. That's maybe it's a 37-yard line, so about a 12-yard pickup.
Harrison's on the ball so quick it's hard to see where the ball's at.
That's right. Still power I. Another dose of Husky, this time over the middle. Not a whole lot there for Gabe. He's inside the 35, near the 33-yard line. It was marked at the 36 beforehand, so a 3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7 from the 33 of Siloam Springs. Again, power I, Husky in the backfield. Hand off to the fullback, and he's dropped. The fullback is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. He may even lose a little bit. I can't tell.
That was Ulrich, I believe.
Was it? So Bryant Ulrich. Yep, you're right. Nothing there.
I thought we'd see some of Brooks both at fullback, too. We haven't seen it yet. Doesn't mean it isn't coming, and he's a hammer.
That's right.
He might be the guy you bring in the fourth quarter to pound away at a defense.
Now they'll run a three-receiver stack on the open side of the field. Ben Johnson rolls to his right, looks for his man, complete, first down inside the 30, all the way to the 24-yard line. It's Gabe Husky. Harrison moves the chains again. They're knocking at the door of Siloam Springs. Harrison's come out firing here in the third quarter. They scored once. They're trying to again. 7.5 to go in the third. Ben Johnson rolls to his left, finds a receiver incomplete on the near sideline. Riley Jones was the intended man there, but it was not meant to be.
Not a bad pass by Johnson. He just kind of, Jones ran out of real estate and was trying to stay in bounds. I think that's what made him actually drop the football. He was too focused on staying in bounds there. Either way, the Panthers will take it.
That's right. 2nd and 10 from the Panther 24-yard line for Harrison. 3 wide on the near side. Ben Johnson keeps it himself. Takes it weak side. Good gain on the play inside the 20 to the 19. Be a 6-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 4. Harrison content to take their time. Ben Johnson keeps it himself. He'll get a yard, maybe 2, but it's going to be 4th down for Harrison. He takes it right up over the middle. Siloam Springs defensive line there did a good job. He's down at the 17-yard line. They need to get just over the 15 for first down yardage. Offense stays on the field on 4th and 3. Harrison tries a hard count, nothing going. Now Ben Johnson looks to throw. The ball's batted up at the line of scrimmage and falls to the turf incomplete. Siloam Springs holds on 4th down. And a stop that the Panthers had to have, Graham.
Nice job by the Panthers D there, holding up on, I thought they just handed off to Husky again there, but they tried to pass, and Panthers with a good stop.
So the Panther offense needs some yards here. 27-7 Harrison. Goblins, the number 2 team in Class 5A. Taylor Poole airs it out downfield. Nobody home. He was looking for Gage Weaver, but overthrew him by 6 or 7 yards, and Weaver was covered up anyway.
And they've done a good job on Weaver tonight. He hasn't been able to make a catch yet, and I know that's got to be frustrating for Gage, but when you have big games, your first 2 games of the season, defenses pay attention.
Single receivers on either side for the Panthers. Hand off to Jackson Norberg. Norberg gets a couple. Just over the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long. 3rd and 7. Really more like 3rd and 8. At the 20. Panthers run a 3-receiver set this time. Pistol formation. Now Cam Collins goes in motion out of the backfield. Siloam Springs looking on the near sideline, complete to Tanner Broyles over the 30-yard line for a first down. Good haul in by Tanner Broyles. He had to go down to his knees to catch that football. It was thrown just a little bit behind him. He did a great job of hauling that in. First down for Siloam.
Tanner's having a nice night. That's his third or fourth catch.
Now Cam Collins keeps it, tries to get the outside corner, can't get there. Can't get there. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Right at the 31-yard line. Brooks Both, big middle linebacker. There to make the stop. Again, Siloam Springs, right up over the middle. That time it's Jackson Norberg. He picks up about 5 that time, over the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be third down and 5, I'm going to call it. Panthers need almost the 41 for first down yardage. They're just over the 36-yard line. Pass over the middle is dropped. A defender had a hand in there. It was intended for Tate Kreiner. I don't know if the defender knocked that ball out of his hands or if Tate just couldn't hold on to it. Either way, it's incomplete and it's fourth down. Gabe Husky is back to receive a punt. So far, the Panther offense shows to stay on the field here, and Siloam Springs jumps off sides. The receivers jump, and that'll move the Panthers back 5.
And, the way that play unfolded there, it looked like the Panthers were truly going for it there on their own 36. I imagine they'll punt it away here now on 4th and 10 from their 31.
Yeah. Big personnel change here. That's unfortunate because it looked like they may have had what they wanted there to go for it. Taylor Poole's punt is high, taken at the 37-yard line and fumbled by the return man, but he falls on it quickly, does Harrison. The Goblins will take over at their own 36. 4:02 to go here in the third. Harrison is on the verge of breaking this thing open. They lead 27-7. Panther defense trying to create a big turnover.
Keelan back in the game for Harrison. His first appearance of the second half.
He'll get it to Husky. Husky's dropped for a loss. Gabe Husky takes it over his right guard. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. Just a yard to the 36, but it's 2nd and 11.
Other than the 63-yard run, the Panthers have done a nice job on Husky.
Absolutely.
He's averaging, I think, more than 10 yards per touch on the ball. So if you're holding him to about 5 a touch, then I'd say you're getting somewhere. Of course, the 63-yarder changed a lot of things there, but
Keelan, the left-hander, looks to throw, airs it out downfield, has a receiver, and in and out of the hands of Riley Jones. And he had 2 steps on the Siloam Springs secondary, and he couldn't haul it in. That's a break for the Panthers, and it's 3rd and 11. That intended receiver, Riley Jones, is shaken up a little bit on the play. There'll be an official timeout on the field. Rural friends, tired of not having internet or paying high satellite internet prices, not to mention slow DSL speeds, Miles Out is the solution. They provide fast internet speeds at an affordable price with no long commitments because you own the equipment. How do they do this, you ask? By beaming a cellular signal directly to your house or business. Miles Out serves clients throughout Arkansas and Oklahoma, and they're ready to serve you. Call or text them at 918-913-4479 and get some internet. Miles Out's a proud sponsor of Panther football. 3rd down and 11. Keelan will keep it. Now he pitches it at the last moment on the far sideline. 1st down and much more. He rattles out of it. Touchdown Harrison. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Was that Gabe Husky
That was
again?
Gabe Husky off the option.
Man, oh man. Off of the option. Panthers about had him bottled up again. Keelan with a good pitch. And Husky, boy, when he gets to the second level, he has some speed.
He can really turn it up a gear, and, once he gets there, he's gone.
And it is a 33-7 lead. The kick is up, and this one is no good again, and it's still 33-7. It's about the only thing that's gone against Harrison tonight is a couple of missed PATs.
That's going to put Husky at somewhere around, that's going to put him close to 200 yards rushing tonight. He's really busted this one open kind of on his own there. Good job by the quarterback Keelan on the pitch.
Yeah. So he had 50 yards rushing at the half, and he's got about close to 150 in the third quarter. So we'll start taking another look at the athletic schedule for the week. Monday, September 16th, tennis is at home versus Greenwood. That's at JBU at 3:30. JV football is at Rogers at 5:30. Ninth grade football is at Rogers at 7:30. Tuesday the 17th, tennis is at Russellville at 3:30. Harrison kicks it away, taken at the 9-yard line, and brought down at the 22. I believe that was Elijah Coffey again. Panther football at the, they may mark it at the 23. That's where the Panther offense will get their start. Let's see, Tuesday the 17th, ninth grade volleyball is at home versus Bentonville West at 4:30. Volleyball also at home versus Greenwood, JV and varsity. That begins at 4:30. Seventh grade volleyball is at Oakdale at 5:30, and eighth grade volleyball is at Oakdale at 6:30. Taylor Poole airs it out downfield, looking for Tate Kreiner, and somehow Tate Kreiner hauls that ball in. What an incredible catch by Tate Kreiner and a good throw, but in traffic, Kreiner hauls that thing in Harrison territory at the 39-yard line. What a great job there by Tate Kreiner.
About a 39-yard gain there.
Panthers go no huddle. They're in Harrison territory. From the gun. This time Jackson Norberg, no, Taylor Poole will keep it. On the read, not much there, maybe a half yard, and that's it. Wednesday, September 18th, golf is at home versus Bentonville West at 3 o'clock. Thursday, the 19th, golf is at Bentonville. That's at the Bella Vista Country Club at 3:30.
There's going to be a flag on Harrison there that we didn't see. Incidental face mask.
Incidental face mask. Okay, so that gives Siloam Springs a 1st down and 5 from the 33.
It's going to be about a 1st down and 4. He gained 1 yard, and they tacked on the 5 after the end of the 1.
So you don't see a whole lot of 1st and 4s. Taylor Poole looking to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll haul it, throw it downfield, and that's going to be caught inside the 5 but out of bounds. Tanner Broyles did a good job of catching that football, but he couldn't stay in bounds. So it goes as a long, incomplete pass, but a good thought.
Not a bad idea there with the 1st and short. Figure you have 3 more downs to try and pick up 4 more yards, so why not take a shot there?
Also Thursday the 19th, volleyball, JV, and varsity is at Valonia at 4:30. 7th grade football is at Elmwood at 5 o'clock. 8th grade football is at Elmwood at 6:30. And 9th grade football is at Fayetteville Purple at 5 o'clock. Panthers 4-receiver set. This time, I believe that's Cam Collins on the handoff.
I think it was Norberg, though.
It may have been Norberg. Down to the 32-yard line. Just inside the 32-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and about 3.
So both Harrison and Siloam fans, Dustin, next week will have a chance to go watch somebody else play because their teams will not be playing.
They both played week 0. Panthers in a tight formation. Taylor Poole pulls it out, looks to throw, overthrows his man, incomplete, and it is 4th and 3 for Siloam Springs, intended for Lashley.
You know, one thing the Panthers have really not been able to get working this week has been that read option game. Harrison has totally taken that away. And it's something the Panthers have had a lot of success with the first 2 weeks.
4th and 3. Same formation here for Siloam Springs. No receivers. Heavy formation, the Rhino package. They'll give it to Cam Collins. Collins fights his way forward. He did. Cam Collins got the first down on 4th and 3. It looked like he was going to be stopped a yard short. Second effort gave him the yardage. Moves the chains, 1:07 to go. Third quarter, Panthers down 33-7.
He needed 3, got 4.
Now they'll spread it out a little more. 3 receivers on the near side. Lone man on the far side. That's the short side. Again, the handoff. Cam Collins again. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to mark him for a yard loss. Clock runs, 2nd and 11. Same formation for Siloam Springs. Taylor Poole from the pocket has to throw quickly and incomplete on the far sideline. He had to get rid of it really quick. He was being rushed by that left-handed quarterback, Cole Keelan. Taylor Poole had to get it out of there. Incomplete, 3rd and 11 from the Harrison 29. Now they'll go twin receivers on both sides. Harrison shows blitz again. They do bring pressure. Taylor Poole fights out of it somehow, rushes. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he gets out of trouble there inside the 25, just barely inside the 25. So they're looking at a 4th down and what? 4th down and about 7. They need to get between the 19 and the 18 for first down yardage from the 25.
Really impressive job by Harrison, kind of converging. Poole looked like he had a little bit of daylight, and they swallowed him up pretty quick there.
They did. Harrison's quick defensively. And the third quarter of football comes to an end here in Harrison, where the Goblins have a comfortable 33-7 lead. This is Siloam Springs football on YouTube. Siloam Springs will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. It's 4th down and about 7 from the 25. They need to get the 18-yard line would assure first down yardage. Panther offense on the field. Harrison shows blitz. Flag comes in. Harrison tried to time the snap. And it'll go against the Goblins, so that gives Siloam Springs a better chance here. That'll make it more like 4th down and 2 for the Panthers from the 20. Neutral zone infraction against the Goblins. Panthers run the same set, though. 3 receivers on the right side of Poole. Single man is Gage Weaver on the near side. Now Jackson Norberg moves from one side to the other. Taylor Poole hands it off to Norberg, and Norberg will be stopped short of first down yardage. The Panthers turn it over on downs. Brooks both for Harrison, stops Norberg, and with it gives Harrison the football back.
Looks like Greenwood is on top of Southside, 37-7.
That doesn't come as a surprise.
No, that's, a lot of teams have struggled with Greenwood.
Almost everybody in the state. Ben Johnson on the run. He'll get it up to the 26-yard line for a 6-yard pickup. It'll make it 2nd down and 4. Hunter Dorsey made the stop for the Panthers. Again, no football next Friday night. Panthers have an open date, and then we will rejoin you on Friday the 27th as the Panthers are on the road again at Sheridan. If you can't make it to Sheridan, you can find all the action right here on YouTube. Ben Johnson on the keeper again. He's got the first down over the 30 to the 31-yard line. And then Saturday, September 21st, there is a cross-country meet. It is at the Be Your Best meet in North Little Rock. Ben Johnson keeps it himself.
Oh, wow.
Fights for yards and breaks free. He gets a big gain, still short of midfield, brought down at about the 47-yard line. Christian Ledecker was there to help make the stop at the 47, but he broke free in the backfield. Panthers had him wrapped up.
Dustin, while watching this Goblins team, you can't help but wonder if this is going to be able to be the year they're able to break through. I mean, they've had a good team for several years now and have come up short. But man, they've got all the tools.
They really do. This time they carry it up the gut into Siloam Springs territory to the 49. About a 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. 10 minutes left in this game. Harrison with a comfortable lead. They look to improve to 3-0 on the young season. Brooks both this time from the fullback position takes it. He's going to lose a yard back to the 50. That'll make it 3rd and 7. Harrison content to take their time here.
And Harrison doesn't have a real big offensive line. They're good-looking kids, but they can really move, and they are strong. Mm-hmm. And I'd even venture to say they're pretty mean, too, up there. I mean, I don't mean they're bad kids. I just mean that they are physical.
They are aggressive.
They will punch you in the mouth.
From the gun, 3rd down and 7. They flip it out on the near sideline. Near first down yardage is 24, Colin Ballard. In fact, they'll give him the first down to the Siloam Springs 42. Harrison gets the chance to run more clock. Now they'll run out of the power eye. Ulrich will lead block. Taken by Ballard. Ballard gets about a yard as he bounces it outside to his left side. Gets down to the 41-yard line. Not a whole lot there.
You know, I was here back in 2015 in Coach Joel Wells' first year at Harrison, and boy, it's just night and day from where they were back in 2015. That night, the Panthers shut them out. It was 16-0, and they have really built up something special here. They started it in the youth programs, and it went through the junior highs. A couple of undefeated teams, I think, in junior high.
Ben Johnson airs it out down the far sideline, incomplete. So it'll be third down and 9 from the Siloam Springs 41. But you're exactly right, Graham. Joel Wells has really turned Harrison along with a talented class. He has really gotten it rolling here at Harrison. It's reminiscent to me of the Tommy Tice days back 20 years ago.
I don't know if you saw Coach Tice up here in the press box the other night, but he and his wife were up here enjoying dinner and visiting with the Harrison fans that are up here in the box. And, you know,
Ben Johnson dropped for a big loss. Siloam Springs, Esquin Bocanegra drops him for a big loss back to the 48-yard line. That'll be 4th and long for Harrison. Good stop for the Panthers here, as it looks like Harrison's punt team will come onto the field.
In my time covering Siloam, which is the beginning of the 2010 football season up until now, Coach Tice retired as Harrison coach in 2010 after the season here that year, and then went on to Huntsville as athletic director. And but I know that he was here a long time, and fans still love him here.
The Harrison punt bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Panthers will get it at their 20.
The game here in 2010 was true Tommy Tice magic. The Panthers came out and just mashed Harrison in the first quarter for 14 points and 2 rushing drive touchdowns led by Braden Pippin, and then a Harrison fake punt, an old Tommy Tice special, changed the ball game, and Harrison got back in it and ended up winning the game.
Harrison's a storied program. Cam Collins takes the handoff. He'll fight his way for a yard. Middle linebacker Brooks Both makes the stop. 6.5 minutes to go. Well, it's not a very favorable spot for Siloam there. It's almost looks more like no gain. Taylor Poole on the keeper. He has a hole and it closes quickly. He'll get forward progress to the 24. So it'll make it 3rd down and 6 as we're under 6 minutes to go in this game.
Brooks Both is going to make somebody a real nice middle linebacker at the next level if he decides to go that way. He is solid.
And Bryant Ulrich, for that matter. Both of them are very good middle linebackers. Taylor Poole flips it out over the 30. Incomplete Tanner Broyles had to go down to his rear to try to catch that from behind. Couldn't quite keep it off the ground, and it's 4th down. Panthers will punt it away. Gabe Husky back to receive the punt. Taylor Poole's punt is taken by Husky at the 42. He brings it near side in Siloam Springs territory at the 40, inside the 30, and he's going to break away. No, out of bounds. He stepped out at the 31-yard line. Stepped out at the 31-yard line of Siloam Springs, and if not for that, he takes this one to the house. But he stepped out at the 31, and Harrison will have it deep in Siloam Springs territory. Purchasing or refinancing a home can be a huge undertaking. Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division is focused on helping individuals and families select a loan program to meet each unique situation and clear the way to a timely closing. Born and raised in Siloam Springs, Laurie is dedicated to providing competitive rates and the customer service that you deserve. Call Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank at 479-228-2712 today to discuss your home loan options. Again, that's Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division at 479-228-2712. Generations Bank is an equal housing lender.
And Dustin, are you ready for this?
What, a 12-yard penalty of some kind.
Another penalty that nobody had any idea was on the field.
Unbelievable.
I think what it is, I think what it is, I'm getting the penalty flags lost with the color of Harrison's helmets mixed with the tint on the glass. I can't see through that.
Keelan, the lefty quarterback, keeps it himself, gets a couple yards to about the 41.
Another flag on the field. I see that one.
Really? I still don't see it. Oh, there it is, yes. That one will go against Harrison as well.
This Harrison team is a good team here, Dustin. I don't know if they're gonna win 5A, but they're definitely gonna be in the mix, and they're serving notice tonight that they're taking on all comers.
That's right. 1st and 16. They complete it right out on the corner, but no gain. In fact, maybe a loss on the play. Number 31, Tyler Hutchison, caught it. Another flag on the play. That's a hold against Harrison, so that'll back him up another 10. 5 minutes to go in this game, and it seems like the second half has moved at a snail's pace. So that moves it back to the Harrison's ball at their own 40. They need the Siloam Springs 33 for the first down. It's 1st and 27. So Harrison will spread it out here. 4 receivers, 3 on the wide side. Keelan will keep it himself. He's got room to run in Panther territory. Finally forced out, or ridden out of bounds more like, at the 44-yard line.
Keelan's going to be a good hand for these guys. He's a good football player.
He sure is, and he's a junior, so you'd assume he'd be the man next year as Ben Johnson graduates.
But, they've been giving him meaningful snaps all night long.
Absolutely.
So he's going to be truly battle-tested.
2nd and 11. Handoff to number 6, Brody Gilliam.
I think the ball came loose. Not sure.
If it did, Harrison came back with it. I think you're right. He popped up like he had fumbled it, but Harrison got it back. Gain of a yard Actually, make that 2 yards. Makes it 3rd and 9 from the Siloam Springs 42. 4:05 to go. Keelan with one on either side. He'll keep it himself, take it weak side, nobody there. He's got a first down and more. Still on his feet, hurdles a defender at the 20. Finally brought out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Big gain. First down for Cole Keelan, and Harrison is 16 yards from the end zone here with 3:48 to go. Keelan will keep it himself again. This time he's brought down from behind by Hunter Talley inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Another 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. From the Siloam Springs 9. Now Keelan lines up under center in the power I. Hands it to his fullback. Nothing there. Kai Madden, his fullback, a sophomore. In fact, he loses a yard back to the 10. Makes it more like a 3rd and 4 here. 2:25 to go. Harrison's going to win this football game. Panthers had a lot of opportunities in the first half, just struggled to convert on them. And then Gabe Husky broke free in the 3rd quarter. Handoff. Number 6, Brody Gilliam. Gilliam gets inside the 5 for a first down to the 3-yard line. Stops the clock with 2:08 to go. Harrison looking to tack one on for good measure here before the night ends. Now the Panthers will burn a timeout. Their first timeout of the half, and it comes with 1:58 to go. When you get blindsided by life, you want fast ER care. That's why Siloam Springs Regional Hospital offers the 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. Experienced ER physicians and the entire ER team are committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional within 30 minutes, which means you'll be off the bench and back in the game faster. To view the average ER wait time, visit ssrh.net. But if you are experiencing a medical emergency, always dial 911. Harrison will have it 1st and goal here out of the timeout. Now Harrison burns a timeout. So during the timeout here, we'll take a look. Let's see. El Dorado trails in the 4th quarter at Cabot right now by a score of 35-14. Last updated score we had for Van Buren, they trailed at Northside 27-0 at the half. Little Rock Central leads at Rogers right now 28-17 in the 4th quarter. Springdale Harbor is putting it to Russellville right now. Harbor leads Russellville 42-0. 1st and goal, Harrison.
I think the Goblins may be about to kneel on this ball here. I'm not not positive about that.
That's exactly right. Keelan takes the snap, takes the knee back at the 8-yard line. Now the officials stop the clock. I do not know why.
Just exchange pleasantries here.
Joel Wells is fired up even now. Let's see. Lake Hamilton, last update we had was at the half. They lead Malvern 35-21.
Well, Dustin, if you're Siloam Springs here, you know, you got 2 weeks to get ready for your 6A West Conference opener with Sheridan, and, you know, for all intents and purposes, that is the biggest game of the
That's
year
what
at
matters.
this point. They would have liked to have had a better showing tonight here against the Goblins, but had to get back on it and go get the Yellow Jackets.
That's right. A final in Greenwood tonight. They beat Southside 44-14. Bryant shut out Bentonville West tonight 38-0. Bryant is a good football team. And a final also tonight. Bentonville beat Tulsa, Washington by a final score of 17-6. That will come as a surprise. Tulsa, Washington was supposed to win that game. They are loaded with talent. 1:05 to go. Harrison still taking a knee, and that's how this ball game is going to end. We want to thank everybody that makes these broadcasts possible for us each and every week. We thank the Siloam Springs Athletic Department, Athletic Director Ken Harriman, and Athletic Assistant Julie Kelly.
What on earth is going on now?
Why would they need to stop this clock again? This makes no sense.
I don't know, but get to the point where Siloam just may stop it. Look at Coach Craig is halfway out on the field, ready to wrap this thing up.
Unbelievable. We thank the Siloam Springs Media Department for all their work. We thank our fantastic tech volunteer who works so hard to make this happen and make this work each week, Tony Molina. Harrison takes a knee for the final time. Unless the officials decide to stop the clock yet again, this one will come to a close, and Harrison will win it on their home opener tonight by a final score of 33-7. We will not be on the air next week. It is an open week for the Siloam Springs Panthers. The following Friday night, that'll be the 27th, we will be back on the road. The Panthers will. They will be opening conference play in Sheridan. If you can't make it to Sheridan, Siloam Springs fans, then you can find all the action right here on YouTube. We thank you for listening tonight, and we say good night from Harrison. For Graham Thomas, I'm Dustin Butler. Tonight, the Siloam Springs Panthers fell by a final score of 33-7.